Yes. So yes, good evening once again, everyone. On a very positive note, on a Monday of 19th August today. So yes, the live sessions are very much different than the recorded ones. Yeah, the recorded ones are, like watching a repeat telecast match. The live is as if being there live in the stadium and experiencing the thrill. So live is always better than the recorded. Yes. So before we begin, do you have anything to share regarding the session one? Any challenge that you faced, or what was your experience about session one when you did the exercise through through this week, through this past week? Yes,
I
Namita.
will share.
Yeah, may I?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
go
Namita.
ahead.
Thank you. Yeah. So, Elvis, it was a great experience to
Mhm,
reflect on ourselves, and
mhm,
this was something I was looking for myself, I would say, because
mhm,
I have realized, I have coached around 800 plus hours in my life, being in life coaching and executive coach.
mhm.
And, but at the same time, I realized a coach need a coach.
Right, right.
So when all the noise were there in my head, these are the challenges, Namita, you are facing.
Mhm,
But when I go through the entire process, so
mhm.
lot of things still popping up. This is also another challenge. This is also another challenge. And the way you made us, create our 2.0 version, that's amazing. So I'm just
Cool.
going to create my vision board with some of my pictures also, the way I want
Mhm,
to see myself.
mhm,
Correct. Even it also helped me to, connect with my version years back that I lost somewhere.
mhm.
Connect myself today and the future the way I see myself.
Okay,
It was
okay.
an amazing experience for me, and was something I was looking, the inner push.
Wonderful, wonderful.
And I got here. Thank you so much, Elvis. The
Great.
approach is
Wonderful.
amazing.
So whatever you have perceived, right, you have already achieved 50%. Only it needs to now get materialized.
Hmm.
It will materialize.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, a lot of action is coming now, and
Mm-hmm.
my mind has got activated in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say एक silent Namita थी. There was a lot of ambitious. I am over ambitious, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes being an over ambitious is also plays a role of undesirable, characteristics of a person. So I realized those things as well.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of acceptance also have came out. Ki Namita, you have to go like this way. These steps goes like this only. You cannot fly all the time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
so many challenges came, and I got to realize the acceptance part is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe the action which I want to take and in the pace I want to take,
Mm-hmm.
that's certainly going to happen with you. I'm sure.
Great. Great.
And the way you take in, you being an accountability partner in our group, make sure that we don't miss our assignments.
Right.
I was looking for such mentor
Okay. Thank you.
and be with me as in my accountability partner.
Yes, for sure.
So that was a great. Thank you so much.
Yes. Thanks. Thanks. Yes. Anyone can answer. There are some questions coming up. Like, what was the session one all about? For the next 10 minutes, we're just going to have a review of session one. Yes. And then we are going to kickstart session two. That is a format we will be following for every session. Yes. So up to 8:30, that is, it's 8:21 now. Up to 8:30 for the next 9 minutes, we are going to share an overview about session one. Someone could please answer this question. What was session one all about?
I will share because I was
Mhm,
anyways wanting to share. So
mhm,
I didn't attend the live session,
mhm,
and I got the what do you say, the recording yesterday,
mhm,
and I went through it. I took out time, sat down to read and go through this, and I did it like a live session in the sense you would say something, I'd pause it, write down, then again play. So for me, I actually created it like a live session for myself,
Okay.
exclusively for me. Of course, only the interaction part was not there, but amazing in the sense there was so much of resistance that I had for coming in and really starting it. And but I think I what do you say, called Karthi up and find out, what should I do, this, that, I'm having so many concerns, should I do, he told me just chill, pill and do whatever you can. And I figured out and I did it. So the questions, the best part what I liked was Elvis's this smiling face.
Okay.
Okay. This gave me the confidence, yeah, because I am so this about someone, मेरे को डंडा मारेगा, मैंने किया नहीं तो बहुत है. I take it like so solid, like, like when I've taken up some assignment. So कोई डंडा मारेगा, मुझे ये करेगा, वो करेगा. So that was playing in my mind, and so that is why I was like, no, till I'm free, I can't take it on. So anyways, with all my challenges, I've put myself into 2-3 courses, but I am here. That's what I want to say. And I'm out to create my version 2.0.
Wonderful. You will, definitely you will. Yeah, nothing can stop you.
Yeah.
Okay. So the 3 main areas that we covered in the session 1 for the knowledge of everyone was identifying our behavior pattern. Okay. What are the things we do? What are the things we don't do? Okay. So we do basically things to get something or to get away from something. That was what we covered. Second was our version 2.0. And we had begun with a psychometric test. We had begun with a psychometric test. Yeah. The 16 personality test, along with other tests that were given as an assignment. So this is the answer for the ones who are asking in the chat, what was session 1 all about? Yes. Anyone else would like to share about their experience? Anything unique or something, or an aha or a wow moment about session 1? When you try to do the assignment, something that, came out very vividly.
For me
Yes,
was
yes.
the test, the psychometric test. I had done it before, but getting my personality, it was like so apt, like, and that gave me an access that, okay, why am I doing this dilly-dallying? Why am I doing all this? It gave me an insight into what is happening to me. So sorry, Madhulika, go ahead.
Great.
No, please
Thanks.
go ahead.
Yes.
Yeah, that psychometric test, 16 personalities, I've also done it before. The personality was not changed even after so many sessions I have attended of so many different trainers. But this 2.0 version, that really in that to find myself in 2.0 version, I dissected myself. What is it? First thing is, acceptance is very important. Before acceptance, knowledge is very important, to know what is it actually, and then to accept it. Yeah, this is it. Now to where we want to be, what we want to achieve, on which things we need to work on. So I got to find my weakness and my strength also over there. हमें पता होता है, हम subconsciously कर रहे होते हैं, but when we write it down, when we do it, on paper with pen, that gives a different impact altogether.
Right.
So I got a few not aha moments, but oh my God moments I got.
Great. Thanks, Madhulika. So guys, there is a very important thing what Madhulika said. There is a lot of chatter that happens in our mind. It is very important to think with the pen. It is very important to think with the pen. Bring that thing out on a paper, preferably, right? Today we use a lot of gadgets on the screen. It's fine, but I would recommend think with the pen. Many things will get resolved. Use a mind map maybe if you want. And today we are going to do a mind surgery. You must have heard about many surgeries, but today we are going to do a different kind of a surgery. And this day of 19th August, today, a Monday, 2024, is going to be a rememberable day for you. So yes, anyone else, we have last 2 minutes. Anyone else would like to come in and share something about session 1? Yes, Chandana. Go ahead, Chandana. You're on mute. You need to unmute yourself.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. What I wanted to say was, of course, I've been working for the past 17 years, but connected with an institute and all that. So I don't have that, independent approaching clients and all that. I had a lot of, when I started thinking about doing my own thing, which actually started during the COVID period, when the institutes were all closed, and I started doing my own retail kind of thing because I knew I will have captive business. So I started from there on a small scale. And then the idea kind of grew in my head, like, why not do it myself rather than, working for somebody else? And for the past, since then, I have been struggling to kind of approach people. And the biggest block in my head was this, this social media and the tools, and kind of the moment I would think about it, I would kind of just stop thinking and I wouldn't do anything else.
Fear of
Yeah.
technology. Many do have that.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I could absolutely feel it, like I was dead sure 200%. This is what is the block in my life, but I couldn't do anything about it. But I had this first session, and I was like you said, I penned down everything, and the 2.0 thing I did, and I put down, yes, this is my blockage and I need to get out of it and be a, confident person without any. And you know what? I created my own profile today on Canva. And I don't know.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I don't know how good it is, which I'm going to share and, get some, feedback from you people, of course. But then I'm really feeling elated because it's the first time I've done something without any help from anybody. And as far as I can judge, it has come out. I think it has come out all right.
Wonderful. Wonderful. You'll always keep on improvising.
Yeah, so
Great.
that was one wow moment. Like you said, of course, it's not for everybody else, but yes, for me, who has such a huge blockage, I mean, it's been a great day for me today. I'm
Wonderful.
really,
Wonderful. So
yeah.
happy for you. You
So
are having a $1 million
thank you,
smile on your
Elvis.
face.
Yeah, I'm really happy about it that I've actually done it, I mean, I actually did it without any help from anybody else. I just got into that Canva thing and I kind of fiddled around and I did it.
Great, great, fantastic.
So, yeah, and thanks to Elvis, of
You're
course, and
capable
of
of much more.
course,
You're capable of much more. Yeah,
that is something something
great.
that really happened.
Great.
Yeah.
So thank you, everyone. Thanks. And we will now begin our session 2. And it's all about changing my mind, changing my mindset. Yes, it's not about skill set. Even before skill set comes mindset. Skill set just follows mindset. No matter how skilled I am, but if I do not have the right mindset, the right attitude, the right approach, my skills are of no use.
But Alvish, for a skill, you should invest time and you should think, you should use your mind. Then only you can able to develop a skill.
Yeah,
But
right.
mindset is very easy. You can develop in next 5 to 10 minutes.
I'm sorry.
So how can you say that both the things are the same?
I never said both the things are same.
You just said, no, it's all mostly similar. That's why I'm
I
asking you.
said it's first about mindset. If I have the
Okay.
right mindset, I can achieve everything.
So what do you understand by the term mindset and attitude? how do you know that is there any difference between mindset and attitude, or
Attitude
both
is
the
part
things
of
are similar?
mindset. Attitude is part of my mindset.
Okay, so attitude. So, for example, for a human being,
Mhm.
a rational human being, or excellent human being, or excellent trainer, what is the percentage he should have a mindset, and what is the percentage he should have attitude?
Attitude is part of mindset. Mindset is like an umbrella term. Okay, in that you have attitude, you have your approach, you have your behavior. So all is controlled by the mindset. Mindset is like that stick of your umbrella. Okay, and these are all the different spokes in that.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. For example, if there is a
Thank-
student, okay, he has a mindset, okay, he has a mindset of growth, he wants to learn, he's hungry. No matter he may not be intelligent, but he will, get that knowledge. He will find a way out. But if there is a very intelligent, student, but he's arrogant, he's, does not have the right approach of dealing with people, no matter what skills he has, it will lead to his downfall gradually.
Elvis, could I also share?
Yes, yes.
So regarding this mindset attitude, there is a study which is available in our scriptures of the soil. It
Mhm.
says that the five senses goes out and picks the information. The five senses, they go out and picks the information. And as you said rightly, Elvis, that's an umbrella, that mind, that thought process. It's where these collection comes in from the five senses. Then what we are referring to the attitude here is as the thoughts surface, you can't help it. The thoughts, you can't help it. For example, a person who gets attracted to smell of alcohol, which is a sense which comes in, he can't help it, to get attracted to that. But there is something inside which we call intellect. The intellect is the discriminative ability to choose what is right or wrong, to choose what to do or not. And that is where attitude comes in. It's an intel inside, the intellect, the viveka, wisdom, that is being nurtured over the period of years through the two elements which are knowledge and skill. Hence we say ASK, attitude, skill, and knowledge. Just wanted to share this.
Great. Wonderful. Thanks, Karthik. Guys, on this note, I would like to tell anyone, if you have, we all are trainers, we have a lot of experience. Yeah, you could always pitch in and come in as a co-facilitator. If you think you have a very valid and relevant point that is very apt in the context that we are having discussing, please jump in. Yes. Thanks, Karthik. So,
Yes, I have a point here. See,
yes, Venu.
layman term, the differentiation between two is mindset is more about the way we think. Growth mindset, the way we think, right? Is all about mindset is about thinking. Thinking from abundance mindset, positive mindset. This is all about the way we think. Attitude is towards the feeling in an organization, right? As Karthikeyan said, right? Maybe knowledge give a job to you, but actually the right skill will give a strength to work in an organization. But attitude makes you a complete person. Attitude is more about the feeling, the opinion, work with a team. That is what attitude. Attitude about adjusting something, respecting something. Mindset and attitude both are different as per my understanding. That's it, sir.
Great. Fantastic. Thanks, Venu, for coming in. So yes, guys, on that note, I would also like to remind you what I have already posted in the group, that the session would go up to 10. Okay, I hope you are mentally ready. You have sorted your personal commitments, food and other stuff. Yes, because 1 hour, according to me, is not sufficient for, going deep. And therefore, Yes. So that is it. And coming to attitude, okay. Today, the challenge that the corporates are facing is not skill, it is attitude. Corporates hire for the right attitude. Skills they develop, they help them develop through trainings. They train them. It's not that, induction is done and the next day they are on the job. Corporates train, but it's very difficult to get a candidate with the right attitude. As a trainer, if my attitude is only to make money, the moment I do not make money, I will stop training. I will get discouraged. But if my attitude is service, I will persevere and money will follow. Money will follow. The skills I require will follow. I may get credentials. I will upskill myself because my mindset is of service. Yes, so saying that it does not mean that I will not earn money. I will earn money. But my mindset, my approach, my attitude, the base from which I work, and therefore attitude. What do you think, guys? What is the start point of communication? The starting point of communication. You may already have a hint now.
Listening to people.
I'm sorry.
Listening.
Okay, listening. Many of you may be
Rapport
going for
building.
communication training, right? As a communication trainer.
Yeah.
So interaction with other people,
Okay.
we are always so eager to share our thoughts and opinions and, listening to other people, maybe exchanging ideas through it. So communication is.
Right. Corporates may
It's
be
also
calling
about rapport
you, right, to
building
train.
and creating that
Sorry.
psychological safety.
Okay. Psychological safety. Yes, Madhulika.
First, our
Could it
thoughts.
begin? Could it begin with
Yeah,
the
Elvis,
stimulus?
I believe your question was from what is the starting point of the
What is the starting point?
Stimulus.
Communication process.
process? See,
The stimulus.
okay, see,
Okay.
if we enter in a party, hall, so as soon as I enter, my communication gets.
You're on mute.
Again, it's my
Yeah,
attitude.
my thoughts and feelings when I want to.
Even though all the guests, all the other people are far away from me, still my communication gets started by my appearance, my body language. When I get closer to them, then there is a different type of, then the listening and that things come into this. But from very far also we communicate through our body language, from our attitude and from our body language.
Okay, great, fantastic, thanks. Yes,
So
Satish.
listening
Could
is
be
all
perception.
Please raise your hands, guys. Please raise your hands. We will come to you. Yeah, only raise your hands. Yes, Satish.
Sir, I believe understand that communication is all about not what we say, it is how we say.
Okay.
By making understanding like how we say can be a great communicator. One can understand.
Wonderful. Yes, Ramesh.
Yeah, I think the first part of the communication for any training or for any purpose is to know about people. It's like maybe the topic can be anything. Unless you don't know what the listener want to listen. Maybe you need to know a little bit about them. And your communication makes you much easier. So your attitude or your behavior or your mindset, they should not read you. Rather, we should be able to read them and give them the right way what they want to listen.
Okay, yeah. Veena, please help me to cue the ones who are raising their hands. Who comes first?
Yeah, so Pooja, then Kuljit.
Okay, thank you. If we see definition of communication, it's basically sharing information, thoughts, and ideas and feelings. Okay, so even if there are multiple people, but if we don't want to share anything, then there is no communication. It's unless and until you want to see, somebody has to share something and somebody has to even listen. It cannot be one way. It is always two ways. So there has to be a sender and there has to be a receiver. Then only communication will happen. For me, It has to be a two-way process.
Okay, wonderful. Two-way. Yes, Mr. Kuljit. Yeah, please come in.
So, Elvis, what we are doing is when we communicating with someone, when we start communicating, we should go in the listening space first. Because listening is not through ears, listening is through eyes,
Okay.
reading their mindset, which mindset they are in. Either it's a one-to-one conversation or when we are holding a session for them. So we must know that what kind of mindset they are in, what kind of space they are holding. So it's very important for us to communicate, to start with this. That is why we prescribe energizers, icebreakers. It is just to level up that space, which space they are, and we should come at par with them. Because when we are standing at par, then only we can communicate. If there is a difference of levels, then there is always miscommunication. We are saying something and they are receiving in the other way around. So it is not a listening from the ears, it is listening from the eyes, listening from your own intuitions, that how they are feeling and how they are in which space they are in to receive your communication.
Okay, Namita says it's all about emotional state. Okay, Rashmi says it's 80% is always non-verbal, 20% is verbal. Okay, great, fantastic. Yes, Shri Vidya.
Hi. Like I love the definition, like we cannot not communicate. Means like when two negates, it's like we communicate. Anytime, whether verbal or non-verbal, we keep communicating to the world.
Right, right.
And the coming in unison is communication. Like what we think and what to intend to say, if it is understood by the receiver also, or if they saying it's understood by the listener, then the communication is happened. Coming in unison is communication.
Okay, great. Thanks, Shri Vidya. Yeah, once again, guys, I'm reminding that the question is,
What is the
where
start?
does that process of communication begin from?
Oh, okay.
Just be very brief, and you need to tell me, where does the process of communication begin from?
Mind.
No, all your answers are wonderful, fantastic.
Thoughts.
From actions.
No, from our thoughts, I think, when we
Okay,
start
from our
thinking in
thoughts.
our minds,
Okay.
ideas start flowing and,
Is there anything even before thoughts?
I think it's whether you want to ask somebody or share somebody, or whether you would want to listen to somebody. I think that's could be precisely the preempting factor, because I'll be talking to you, or I want to share something, or I want to listen back from you. So probably
From where
that
did
could be
the
one.
communication?
Attitude to be understood and to understand, to reach out and to listen.
Attitude
Okay.
we are having
Elvis,
Yes.
connection, we are
Elvis, Isaac.
Yeah, please.
What about the hands now? Should I go by
Elvis,
Vishal and or?
Yeah, Elvis, I
I'm at
second
a
someone
loss.
who said that, I second
Beena
someone
is a
who
queuing
said
manager.
that,
Beena is a queuing manager.
Yeah.
Okay, so Vishal, Lalita, then Karthik. Okay, sorry. Yeah, go ahead, Vishal.
We're just spending some time on this, guys, and then we will.
The way I look at it, communication is two-way. One is intended and one is unintended. Unintended, of course, is what people will interpret from your body language, the way you behave and all that stuff. But if it is intended that you are heading off, it starts with when you start thinking about an idea or anything you want, a thought that you want to communicate to another person. It also can be right from your prejudices also, if you want to go deeper, or your value system. And that also comes in, it shapes your thoughts, it shapes your words. So what you said about attitude also, when you said when attitude is about what you think and how you behave, it all boils down to what is under the, maybe let's put it in the semi-conscious realm of ourselves, or that side. That's what I believe. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Yes, who's next? Who's coming in next?
Karthik, Lalita was there, had put her hand up, but she's
Her hand
Yeah.
started paining.
Lalita, yeah. Yeah, Lalita. I
Lalita,
think,
you're saying
yeah,
something? Yeah.
our thought process emanates from our belief system. That's where I see any
Okay.
communication beginning.
Great.
So,
Yes. Yes.
Elvis, so Elvis, the question is that, what is the primitive or the very first process of communication? Yeah,
Very
communication
first step,
process.
very
Correct?
first starting point of the process of
Yeah,
communication.
the communication. So somebody has covered this, but I would like to give a term there. When the message travels, it travels as a feedback. The message actually travels as a feedback to the person, and the person becomes the first receiver of the feedback, and he sends that communication, sends the message. So that's what I feel.
Okay. Yes.
The very first process of communication.
Thanks, Karthik. Maybe we'll take the last one, Aishwarya.
Aishwarya.
Yeah.
So all this I agree to, and I feel that smile is also a communicating factor. Smile, body language, eye contact, and also when you're communicating, first point is also intent. Yeah. So what is you perceiving from the person that is sitting there? Are you thinking about what you are thinking about him, and whether and also your tone when you're communicating with somebody, your intonation or the way that you put it across, or the yeah, basically intonation. I'm sure all of us are trainers here, so they will know what is intonation. So yeah, I feel these are certain altogether, and these all of them play a vital role. I am not sure whether there is a hierarchy for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great, fantastic. Okay, so great, guys, wonderful. You all have shared really valuable insights on this topic. So communication, when I say, yeah, the picture that comes in the mind is a sender and a receiver, two people speaking, right? But the communication, what I want to speak about today is not just about speaking. It is communicating with our life, communicating with ourselves, communicating with situations in our life. How do we communicate with that? It's not more about external, it's more about internal. The topic of today is mindset. The starting point, what I believe of communication is perception. How do I perceive things?
Namita answered it in the
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. So how do I perceive things? And that is, the Gangotri, from where that river Ganga flows, from where my process of communication flows. If I perceive my mother-in-law as a villain, okay, if that is my perception, and that is how I will communicate. If I perceive a particular person in an XYZ manner, that is how I will be communicating with him. A very popular example of Saas Bahu, okay. I am taking that example because you will understand that better. And we have many females in the room, okay. So do you think that the mother-in-law, the daughter-in-law is not very good at communication? They may be a PhD in literature. But the perception is that what matters, how they look at each other, the way they look each other, in what bucket do they place each other in, and that defines how they will communicate. And same goes with situations in life. If I perceive technology as something very difficult, I will have a phobia of technology. I will hesitate from using social media or creating some content or posting it, because that is how I perceive social media. I perceive it something very difficult. I may perceive that getting corporate clients is very difficult. Okay, getting clients is very difficult. It's not easy. I'm not capable of that. I will always pull myself back from it. And therefore, the starting point of communication is perception, mindset. And someone spoke about stimulus, right? Someone spoke about stimulus. I didn't note who spoke, but someone spoke, used the keyword stimulus. Who was that? Someone used the word stimuli.
I think it was
Yes,
Anne.
I use it.
Anne.
And
What, guys, what do you think is stimuli? What is stimulus? There is stimulus and there is
It's a,
response, right?
Something that instigates you to do something.
instigates action.
Okay, where does the
Triggers.
stimulus come from?
Environment.
Wrong. Stimulus comes from the mind first. As the mindset, so is the environment around. It is the other way around. I will perceive things in the way the specs that I have worn. If I have worn a red specs, I will see everything red. If I have worn a black specs, I will see everything black. The environment is not black. I have worn a black specs. I have worn a black glare. And so my take is that stimulus begins from my mind and the environment responds to you. Yes, Venu, you have your hands raised.
Yeah. See, the way I look at is something Ramana Maharshi said, right? Mind is nothing but thought. Layman terms to understand for a common people, mind is nothing but a thought. If you control our thought, we can control our mind. Then what comes first? Thought comes first or emotion comes first? There is a lot of debate between that. See, as per logically, many people debated thought comes first. For example, in this, to visualize a lemon cut into a pieces, maybe you close your eyes and start visualizing lemon drops are falling your tongue, drop by drop. You're squeezing it, and just you start visualize, you start salivating it. Without tasting the lemon as it is, we are salivating it. Mouth is watering. So there is a stimulus, right? The thought will come first, and that will lead to an action. Thought provokes emotion. Emotion leads to action, physical action, reaction. So thought is the stimulus. The thought is why we thought will come is we are programmed from the day we are born onto this as a clean slate. Over the period, we are programmed, maybe because of environment or because of education or because of our own experience. A thought comes. Like there is a daughter-in-law and something, right? You say, right? There is a perception. What you said, right? Perception. Because of perception, oh, mother-in-law is something. When it comes, she wants to dominate. That perception, that thought is there. Always that reaction to that, right? Always in that direction. If the thought changes, and the perception will change. So thought is the one that is the stimulus. That is what my understanding.
Great, fantastic. Thanks for that different perspective. So the process that we were speaking was that it begins from perception. Now, perception could be influenced by belief, by upbringing, by culture, by the people I'm surrounded with. Okay, that will, influence my perception. So if I'm always surrounded with people, it's said that I am the sum of 5 people I'm surrounded with. So if they are, max there, if they earn for 3 lakhs, I could think max of, maybe 2.5, 3.5, 4 lakhs. That will be my perception. Yes, that will be my limit, upper limit of what I can think of. My perception is defined with people around me, by the culture, by my upbringing. Yes, and the process follows. Once I perceive something, I create my internal story. I interpret it in that way, and that is how I respond. Yes, perception, internal story, interpretation, response.
Yes, that is what my understanding, Elvis.
Yeah. Any doubts, guys? Anything you want to ask? You think something is not clear? You are not convinced?
Can you give an example for the 4 states?
For
The perception, interpretation, story, everything, like with one example.
okay, for example, let's take failure. Okay, I have failed in something. Okay, if I perceive this, that it's a failure, I'm a loser. Okay, I believe it's failure. Okay, something I have not been able to do in the right manner or in an appropriate manner. I take it as failure. I have perceived it as failure. Then I create an internal story. I am not capable. Things are always difficult. And then I interpret it that way. That uh, doing this thing is really difficult. It cannot be done this way. Then comes negativity, depression. Yeah. I've created a story within me, an internal story. I am the director, I'm the script writer of that story. And that is how I become an actor. I am the director, script writer, and I act it out. I respond in that way, in the external. So the things that we spoke about, someone spoke about tone, someone spoke about listening skills. So, all these things are only external. They are only external. It is only the tip of that iceberg. There are many things that go below when it comes to communication. Yes, Karthik, you have something to say?
It's a wonderful example you gave, Elvis,
Mm-hmm.
because the inner drama which is happening there, where the particular order is failure or success. Yeah, the paradox of life.
Mm-hmm.
Failure or success, pleasure or pain, Now
Mm-hmm.
this failure, the moment you said failure, the mind actually started getting into a negative realm, Now, why that gets into that realm is because the more intense you are attached to that object, the more intense you are attached to that result, then both the failure and success affects you at an emotional level.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But if there's only the attitude is towards effort and not on the result, fine. That particular point of time, what happened? There is no attachment towards the result. So it is that attachment which creates the inner drama.
Great. Thanks, Karthik. We are spending time in understanding this because this is going to be the base of what we are going to learn today. Yeah, it's going to be the base. The foundation of session 1 is based on what we are discussing. Yeah. Yes, Vin.
Sorry, I'm pitching in very often because this is my favorite subject. That's why I'm pitching. Maybe this
Okay.
way I can correct myself if I am going wrong. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Our experience is not actually the event as it is, or a situation, or the circumstances. The meaning, if giving it to that particular incident, gives that the emotion to that or experience to that. For example, we are driving in a hill station with lot of airpin curve, listening to a fantastic music and keep driving that along with my family members or alone, enjoying the nature. The thing is, because of heavy traffic, opposite vehicle is also coming and no way to overtake. Suppose you are going, enjoying your music, the nature, suddenly backside person started honking. What thought comes to your mind, our mind? Maybe I'm asking to the audience here. What thought comes to you? You are enjoying, you know that overtaking is not that possible because of airpin curves, narrow road, and opposite vehicle is also coming. In that scenario, you are going and suddenly a backside vehicle started honking. What is the first thought comes to your mind? Someone may be agitated. Yes. Why this guy is honking continuously? I'm asking something. Okay. Okay. Suppose you are looking at the rear mirror and the side mirror. Your favorite heroine is driving in a topless that car, and you are seeing your favorite hero and heroine. What thought comes to your mind? The thought shift to that somewhere. there is a meaning you've given to the thought will change. Suppose he's a taxi driver, what meaning comes to you? What meaning you will give it to that particular incident? If it is an ambulance, what thought comes to your mind? Forget about all this. If suppose you think, hey, that guy is honking because there is something in the backside, right? There is some problem in my tire or something. If that thought comes, what is your perception of looking things? Suppose you think, oh, the person is in a hurry. Yeah, he is a gentleman. Maybe he has to go and reach some destination. When that thought comes, what is his perception? See, the only thing is the same incident, same situation, or everything is same. The way you look at things, the way the meaning you give it to the particular incident gives our experience. There is a Franklin, right? Victor Franklin, the man who searched for meaning. A beautiful book. It talks about how a person gives meaning to his life, right? The difficulties, the challenges, right? That is how you'll go to experience. He says, right? He took it in a very positive sense. What else they can do apart from this? Making me naked and shaving all my body and all. That is what he comments. Still, he is thinking in a positive way. Because of that positivity, he survived and he came out and became a famous person. He wrote a book called This Is Experience. Many people died because of they are feeling that they could not resist that torture of the Nazis and all. That is the meaning someone gave. They could not survive there. That's all about thought and experience and all. Yes.
Thanks, Venu. Wonderful input on that. So, guys, can you see this cup here in my hand? The maximum thing. Just finish the water and to show you something. The maximum things that I can put in this cup, is this. Okay. Or maybe a smaller article, maybe this pen, this some book, right? And that is what I can fit into this. If I want to fit in more things, what do I need to do?
Bigger cup.
Put smaller
You need a
things
bigger,
first.
you need a bigger cup or small things.
I need a bigger container, right?
Yeah.
If I want to achieve more in life, I need to increase the container of my mind. If I have a small container, I will fit in few things. If I have a larger container, I can fit in more things. And that is what we're going to do today. All the mess in life were based on our perception and the way we took decisions. We perceived a thing in a particular manner, we took some decision, and today whatever result I am, wherever I am today in life, is a sum of all those decisions that I have taken in the past, which began from perception. Same thing, two people perceive it in different way. Hitler had a very, a father he had some bitter memory about his father. He was very brutal, he was very harsh. And so he thought he should do the same to others. Mother Teresa also had a very bitter memory about her father, who was killed, murdered by some political parties. But she perceived it in a different way, interpreted it in a different way, and responded in a different way. She thought that I need to do good. I need not give the same bad that I have experienced. Same situation, two different actions. It's all about the mind. Our mind plays games with us. Our mind says, I am not able, you are not able. But when you try, sometimes you are surprised that you were able. So the best thing always is to try. Test the things before accepting them. And that is what we will today focus on, taking responsibility, taking ownership. When it comes
But
to
Elvis, I have a question.
Mhm.
So for a businessman, if like any person, he wanted to run a business and twice or thrice he tried, but he has not succeeded. So according to you, how many times he should try?
We are going to cover that today. We are going to
So
cover your
Elvis,
question will be answered in the session today. The entire session is all about that.
can we then summarize
Okay.
what perception is all about, Elvis? Yes?
Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Yes. So on that note, I'm sharing my screen, guys. Let me know if you can see my screen. So many of us want change, right, in our life. Can you see my screen, everyone?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. Thanks for responding. So this is the circle, guys. This is a circle of, you can call it a golden circle. Yeah. Many times we begin with goal setting. That is what I need to do, okay, what I need to achieve. Then we move on to how I need to achieve that. We break it down into a process. But the actual, the ideal situation that we need to begin is with the why. That is from the center. Why do I need to do this particular thing? And as you must have heard this, it's spoken so many times that when the why is clear, the how becomes very easy. How to do it? Yeah. So it begins, the change begins with why. The change begins with why. Because if the why is not clear, I will give up somewhere down the line when difficulties come, when challenges come. And as you said, when I've tried once, now twice, now thrice, nahi ho raha hai, chhod do. Give up. Let's change. Let's try something else. And the same behavior pattern will follow even there. I will dig up to certain, level. And when I do not get the water, I will start digging somewhere else. But the magic does not lies in the horizontal. The magic lies in the vertical, going in the depth. Pearls are found at, the at the ocean bed, not on the surface of the ocean. And for that, to go to that depth, my why has to be very clear. Why am I a trainer? If I want money, why do I want that money? What is that I want to do with that money? Is there a higher purpose? Because there are many other ways of earning money, right? Why am I, a trainer to earn that money?
Because we don't have other options.
Okay. So the moment you get some other options, you will change your profession, right?
It depends upon the earning capacity. If I'm getting a good earning capacity in some other business, then I'll join.
Okay.
Because I have a limited period of time. I'm perishable. I can't work after 50 or 60.
And the moment it
It
stops
could be
there, again, you will
like
try something else.
So it could be my assumptions. There could be some many other reasons as well.
Our main focus today is not about why, okay? We are going to focus on the process. Yes. we are going to focus on the process. What do you think is process? Trainers, what do you think is process?
Input, transformation, and output.
Okay. Process is to
Step
get
by
that
step.
result,
Step
right?
by
Process.
step. Step by step.
Step by step. Okay. It is to get
Movement
the
towards your
result.
goal.
Okay. It is towards a goal.
Yeah.
Very good.
Toward methodology.
Okay. It's a methodology.
Yes, system.
Okay,
System
It's
to
a
so
get
system.
system to
so
get to
it's in
things.
systematic steps or systematic process or systematic things
Okay.
where
Okay.
it will help us to achieve our goal.
Very good. It's a SOP kind of. You follow this SOP perseveringly. Okay. And then you get this result.
Yeah.
For example, if a doctor, the result you want is to get all right, to get out of your fever. And so the doctor tells you, okay, now you take this medicine for 3 days. You follow that process and you get the result, right? But today what we are going to see, process not as a system, but process as a habit.
Way of living.
Process as a habit. And more importantly, we are not going to see only process. More importantly, it is the identity. The identity that is at the center. So this why is different. It is not only the why of the goal, it is the why of identity. Who am I? Who are you? Let me make this very clear with a very simple example. Okay. So for example, there are two smokers. Okay, smoker A and smoker B. And they have friends who tell them, and they want to stop smoking. They want to stop smoking. The friends of smoker A go and tell him, hey, just have one sip, no problem. You can stop from tomorrow. But the smoker A says, no, I don't want to smoke. I'm trying to give up smoking. The smoker B, there is another smoker B. His friends to go to him and tell him, अरे यार चलना ले लेना आज के दिन क्या हो जाता है एक दिन लेने से क्या होने वाला है. And he tells him, I am not a smoker. What is the difference?
One is still deciding, another one has already decided.
There is a big difference in identity.
Identity.
He already identifies himself as a de-addict. What is your identity, guys? What is your identity? The version 2.0 was an exercise that is very closely connected to this. And therefore, many of the trainers, when they posted their assignment on the group, I corrected them. I asked them to change their vocabulary. Not will be, I am. I am that version 2.0. Change the identity. Results will change in your life. You will start following a particular process. First, change the identity. Change the way you perceive yourself. Change the way you perceive yourself. And the environment will respond to you. Start speaking positive about yourself. If you expect others to appreciate you, It will gradually manifest. You may have a doubt, oh, but I am this. मैं तो अभी ये हूँ, मैं तो अभी वो हूँ. Start speaking, start believing that you are the person that you want to be. And version 2.0 was all about that. Start living the person that you want to be. Any question, guys? Anything you want to ask? You want to share something? Goal setting will come later. Therefore, I have not taken goal setting first. That is going to come in the later sessions. First, change your identity. What do you think about yourself?
Elvis, I have a question. So, do you have any data where you can prove that these people have started thinking positively, then they have grown in their life? Because saying in this forum that if you believe on yourself, then anything can happen. But if you can't give any kind of a data, any story, any things, so that we can't believe, I'm not convinced. So do you have any data where you can present that these people have started their life and they are saying that they can do it and now they have done it? So do you have any data or any public or any famous personality who have done this?
Anyone would like to answer, guys, on my behalf?
I want to.
Yes.
Ratan Tata. Lovely, lovely.
There are many examples, okay? But
Yeah, Ratan Tata is a living example. I am actually loving listening to you. You have been the devil's advocate in the session. In case I could, put a face to your voice, that would be brilliant for all of us. It is like, actually black hat you're wearing in case you have done 6, hats training. So I love the way you are responding. However, we all here have been wanting to change our life. That is why we enrolled into Elvis session. I want to create an example out of myself. It has just been 1 week. I see the change in my attitude. And I also see the change in the environment, what Elvis is talking about right now. No, I see my mentality changing, and I automatically, there was this, think Venuji, he shared the example, no, somebody is honking, and first I was thinking all negatively, maybe, the driver is drunk. I have seen the way I look at my neighbors change because I was in the negative mindset. So I was like, "Arey, kyun kiya hai?" All of this. And then I feel like, "Arey, zarurat hogi, That is why she rang my bell. Mera doorbell aise hi koi kyun bajayega?" And I saw the way they are smiling to me. This is just 1 week's change. And I'm sure you also want to see the change in you. Okay. So in what kind of training you are doing, Sandeep, I am sure the questions that you are posing, so many of us can answer. And I also want to see that tum bhi likho that, I did not believe in Elvis, but right now I am at this and this income.
Many times this could happen whenever I'll be giving this training to the leader, like team leader or the higher persons, AVP or VP. So they will not believe what I'm trying to tell them. They will ask me about the data. So on that time, my confidence will be lower.
That is why you're asking this question.
Yes, you need to have data, right?
Right,
So I would
Sandeep.
like to pitch in, like Sandeep just mentioned. So
Please
there
do.
are a lot of tools available. Sandeep, you can give your own example. And if you don't want to put yourself in the spotlight or the showstopper, maybe you can take others' example, but you share about yours. I'm sure that you might have done a lot of SWOT analysis about yourself, or maybe you might have received a lot of feedback from people, which has made you to change drastically. You also realized about your strength, weakness, opportunity, and threats, I'm sure. And the way you might have changed, your gratitude journaling. These are some of the ways which can really bring that positive moments and shift your mindset. I'm sure you can give your examples. We all have, gone through the similar phases in our life. So don't take others' example. I'm sure you will find a lot in your home as well. So give those examples. I'm sure that will be a change maker,
Great.
You don't
fantastic.
think
One more.
outside,
Thank
look
you.
inside.
Thank you
Elvis,
so much. Jyoti.
Elvis, can I share data?
Yes, 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 Amit.
Yeah, so this is something that I have been studying in the recent weeks because someone has posted saying data is nothing, don't believe in data, believe in oneself. All those sayings are very nice, but like whatever the speaker posted, Sandeep posted, saying that if a leadership team asks us that what is the data, you're saying that positive thinking is
Yes,
going to
yes.
lead to better outcomes. Where is the data? Okay, there is a lot of data available. Go to Chat GPT, post question saying that what is just now I did it. That's why I'm telling you what is the research data which shows that positive thinking leads to better outcomes. And it gave me a set of findings. One related to stress levels, second related to health, third related to goals. That by thinking positive, it leads to goal achievement. And these are research findings which are published in international journals. You cannot
Okay.
achieve everything. Positive thinking will not let you win an Olympic medal, but positive thinking will help you achieve things better than negative thinking will in your own life. This is what Zig Ziglar used to say. So some people say that by positive thinking you can achieve everything. That is not true. That is just a motivational speaker talking. But practically, positive thinking will let you achieve anything better than what negative thinking will do in the same situation. At least that much if you accept, no corporate leader will deny that. If you start saying by positive thinking you can achieve anything, that they will not believe. But if you say positive thinking is better than negative thinking, they will not deny it because they know it. And data
Great,
is
great.
there. Same.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Pratibha, would you like to come in?
Yeah, I would like to say two things. One, if you really go for statistics, there are so many examples, okay, of great leaders who have been transformed after because of their positive thinking and all that. But beyond that, it is our own transformation that is happening, and it's a quality aspect that cannot be quantified that easily, right? And only when something happens, something transforms, then we understand that this is because of this.
Right, right. Fantastic. Yes, Venu and Karthik, could you be brief? Could you, concise it, please?
Elvis, okay. See, I've seen many people talk about positive mindset, attitude change, things will work and all. It will not happen as it is. It is impossible task. We are programmed in such a way that, right, just telling and listening, it will not happen. There are many steps we need to follow. Maybe something like a positive affirmation is one step. Uttering a positive affirmation, maybe a change a fraction of degree of your positivity. When you do consciously using every words utter from you, right, in a positive way. You said, right, it is not will. Today, talking today, right, I'm a confident speaker. Not I will going to be a confident speaker. No, that kind of attitude is keep changing. There are many lot of nuances we need to imbibe gradually to become a positive mindset. Just telling that I've seen many people because I'm keep doing mentoring for many people. They will come as it is from day one to last one. I know they will not listen. They will say yes, but they will go back. They will have this come with the same mindset. See, gradually we need to understand who I am. You said right. First we need to convince ourselves, accept ourselves. Yes, I have that weakness. My way of thinking is something not in a matured way. My thinking is always negative. First, we need to understand that is the first step towards a change. Okay. One is maybe positive affirmation. Second one maybe being with the people with positive mindset people. Gradually, if you be in that circle, then after a month we can talk about all mindset, positive, many things. Many theories will not work as it is. It's just a theory. There are many things to be worked, and if there is a willingness should be there in that person, then only it will change. For example, see, you want to in life you want everything to be happen as it is, right? Even I want to earn start like Sanjay is like 10 lakhs a month or something for each session, 1 lakh, 2 lakh, right? Everybody wants that smooth journey, but no one wants to struggle. See, everybody wants in life smooth one, but they don't want to watch a movie that is very simple. They always want suspense, hero has to struggle, many things. We want externally want all those to get excited, but in our own life, you don't want to see that excitement. Simple thing like you want to watch a movie cricket match with India and Pakistan with lot of fight. If every time India is winning or Pakistan are winning, no one will watch that movie. They will lose that interest with that game. See, mindset will change with our inner engineering or something we need to work out internally. Then only positivity will come. Because when people undergo a lot of challenges, right? Challenges, then that will become a great person or positive person. Because in my life, I have seen ups and downs. Okay, I'm with jobless for sometimes. Someone cheated crores of rupees for me. Today I'm running like 3 cases in a court. But the way I'm looking at the my life, right, positive. But the same Venu, like 6-7 years is a different Venu. Is always a tensed Venu. I understood the reality of life. Then that made me to change. That is why I'm looking this external world in a different way. There are a lot of things. Maybe if you give me a time, maybe I will take a session like 1.5 hour session on who we are, what are the external factors influence our thinking mind. If you understand that, then we'll get a clarity. That is first step. Then there are other like psychometric tests, many things we have to do. Then gradually, if you understand many things, then we can make a change.
Great,
There's a
great.
lot of
Thanks.
process we need to go through. Thanks.
Thanks, Venu. Yes. Aishwarya and Karthik, could you be very quick and brief, please?
Yeah, so I'll make it very short and crisp. So what I was understanding in this way that whenever we say about taking proofs, right? I'm sure, let it be anybody, let it be Ratan Tata or anybody. It is not just because of positive thought that he became Ratan Tata. It is because that was the basic thing that he had. Positive thought process. It is with the basic positive thought process that he worked the other thing, creative thinking or what to do, how to do. Now, what we can do is stimulating that thought process. So if you are thinking that you do not want to change, I don't think that anything is gonna make a difference to you. Now, for example, when I joined TCT, I was a rigid person, more, and when you gave me that assignment that day, I did not have an option to do it. It is not just because I was rigid. I did not have my laptop. I did not. I had my house. There's a 2-bedroom house which is full of my cousins, my relative. So I couldn't put a stand here, which I wanted to do, but I couldn't do that. So practically, it was impossible. I even dropped a message to you saying that, sorry, I'll not be able to do it, but I will do it when I can at my first chance. Elvis never did anything. He just gave me a thumbs up. But after that night passed, I see that in the group that Karthik is responding, other people are responding, Suchi is responding. So many of you guys are doing it. Now I am thinking, and Elvis is coming and telling, like, guys, do that. This takes you 10 minutes, or guys, I'm your coach. It's not going to be of use to you. Now, that is a positive thought process. I don't know what that kept nagging inside me that, yes, I have a wish that I have to do this. But there was another negative thought of mine which was holding me back, or the situation was holding me back. Everybody, most of them do not have always positive niche that, that they can do whatever they want to do immediately. So what I did, I went and I rented a laptop. I did what I could in the very late hours after everyone slept. And then I posted it in the group. I was not sure whether I was doing it right, or that was that exact expected output that you were expecting or anything. But what I wanted to do is give it a try. And I did. Salman, I guess, said it is good. That was something, made me very, very happy. I'm just saying my example in this session, saying, to just to put it in this way that, when a senior of a person or a CEO or anybody asks you the point, if you don't believe in what you're delivering, then I'm not sure whether we should be delivering it at all. So yeah, thank
Great.
you.
Thanks. Yes, Nilesh, please.
Can I ask all my co-participants to be very rigorous in their sharing and share to the point, because you want to respect everyone's time here, okay? We're getting a lot of personal messages. I am putting this down, the lowering the hands, because there were just a few of them and now more and more people, okay?
Yes.
So please don't take offense on that. Karthikeyan had his hand, but I don't know whether I should give it
I
to
will
him.
come back to you guys. I will come back to you
come
at
back.
another point. Yes. So just summing up whatever you have said. Yes, great. You are coming up with objection. That is how the session is going to become more fruitful and lead to a deeper understanding. Yes. So the why, okay, the why is very important, because if I identify myself, I'm not a good trainer, yeah, the further steps will not follow. But if I say, I am the best trainer the world will ever experience, that is how I identify myself. Okay, then comes the what. Okay, so now I identify myself this way. What do I need to do for that? Is there some course? Is there some book? Is there some person I need to talk to? What about going and attending a live workshop of Tony Robbins? What about meeting Shiv Khera, attending his leadership training? And then, okay, now what I need to do? Now how I need to do? Oh, I need this much money. How do I collect that? The process began with why. The identity. Who am I? Who am I? Anant Ambani, no matter what physique he has, he knows he is the son of Mukesh Ambani. When my why is clear, when I know my identity, the other things become very clear. And we began with what is the data? What is the data? There is a story which runs in the 1900s. I will share that detailed story with you. I don't remember from which book I read, but I will share it with you. I have it saved with me. I'm not able to pull it out right now, but I will share it in the group. It's about the Olympic athletes of America and the ones from Germany. So the Germans they were losing the matches, but suddenly they had a coach who began with this, exercise of affirmations, positive visualization, and suddenly their records changed. And they challenged the coach of America, who said, all this is rubbish. We need practice, and that is what the only thing that matters as a sports person. And he was a weightlifter, that coach. He had retired from his career. They invited him and they told him, sit and do positive visualization for 2 hours. And when he tried weightlifting, he broke his record of his entire career. Now, as many said, is this that, only you need this? No, no one said that. No one said that. It's you need not this or this, you need this and this. It is about and, it is not about or. Please do not misunderstand. Sachin, when the ball used to come at 100 miles, over 100 miles per hour, the pitch is just 21 yards, right? There is hardly fraction of second whether should I go and hit a 6 or should I defend. Hardly fraction of a second. But it is the belief system that says I can hit this ball. The same batsman hits a 6, the other defends, and the third one gets out. But it's also about net practice. It's not just about, belief system, not just about positive visualization. It is also putting in the required efforts. That is the processes in this circle. And for that, I have an acronym which I follow, which I have. Someone said the best example is not about speaking someone else. Speak about myself. Testimony, that is called testimony. Witness, which we call in Hindi as saksha. Saksha means I speak about my life. And as a trainer, I need to do that more than giving about someone else's story. There was a king and there was a queen. No one is interested in listening to that. Some time back, I was negative. I would not do trainings. I would feel shy. But this is what I practice. It's called as AAP, Aam Aadmi Party, right? You know this party? Who is the head of this party?
Kejriwal.
Kejriwal. This is just for you to remember. Okay. A is for affirmations. The A stands for affirmations. Yeah. The A stands for affirmations. The other A stands for action.
Elvis, can you be a bit louder?
Yes, the first A stands for affirmations. Give yourself those positive strokes, affirmations. This is the practice that Olympic athletes do. This is the practice that Olympic athletes do. In the Miss Universe contests, the contestants do before they go on the stage. In the backstage, they speak positive to themselves. I am answering fantastic. And the last P is positive visualization. See yourself conducting that great training in front of that, the senior managers. See yourself. Rather than thinking negative, counter that. Counter those things. Counter the weeds in your life. Weeds will come by default. But if you want roses, you will have to give manure. You will have to put in fertilizers. You will have to give it the right soil. And I need to do this daily. It's a process. It's a process. एक दिन करने से नहीं होगा कुछ. So if I see myself, when I see myself, I'm the best trainer in this world. What can I do for that? Let's create 10 days magic. Let's give 50 plus activities for free. How do I do that? I will be posting it on all social media platforms. I'm giving you my example, guys. A live example. I'm the richest trainer in this world. What do I need to do? I need to create a group. How do I need to do? I can have some paid programs like TCT. Are you getting it, guys? It began with how I look myself, how I look at myself. If I say, oh, I'm a poor trainer and there are no opportunities in the market, corporates, they take a lot of time, 1 year, 2 years. How can I earn? Keep posting.
Elvis, how is it linked to why? Because it said the innermost circle is why, right?
I see myself as a best trainer. My identity. That is how I identify myself.
Okay.
The what to do for that? What to do to gain that identity? This is what I do. How? These are the different programs. The process towards that what to get that what. Any question, guys? Anything that you still feel you're not convinced? I will definitely share. Someone asked the data. I will share the data with you of how, celebrities, athletes, they have this practice of first having that identity. Because from the ground of negativity, of poor self-image, no change can take place. I will do things just mechanically and I will not get results. First, I need to change my perception about myself. Who am I? Shah Rukh Khan, before he could become the Badshah, he said, I am going to rule this industry. Even when he was working in the serial Fauji and Circus. Dhirubhai Ambani, when he was holding the the pump at a petrol pump, he had the belief that one day he's going to own this. And that is the difference between a good and a great professional. It's the mindset, the perception, the identity. And then it is just a matter of time for things to materialize. Any question, guys? Anything you want to ask? You want to share?
Okay, so Elvis, if you don't mind, can I ask you? Because my question would be something different. If you feel anytime that I'm asking irrelevant question, then please tell me it's an irrelevant. Then I will not ask you any related questions. So one of my friend, he was following, he wanted a good girlfriend. So he like female, but she already have a boyfriend. And that my friend, he was following with her for 3 years. But finally, she married to someone else. So he said that he was believing and he had a positive thinking, but still she married to someone else. Then if my friend came to me and now his thinking is totally negative. So how I can convert him to think positive and believe in himself?
I don't find much connection with what we are discussing. Okay, now this is something we'll have to look into deep. What was the context and what happened? So we said it's not only about why, it's also about the process. It is not that Sachin just has a positive visualization that he's going to hit a 6. He also has to practice in the net. So just by perception, we won't get the outcomes. Just by identifying ourselves in a particular manner, oh, I'm the best trainer, and the second day I become a best trainer. No, I will have to follow some process for that. I need to identify what I need to do to get to this identity, to make this identity real. So if I want to go to Mumbai, I want to go to Mumbai to meet my friend. That is my why. Okay. Then I say, okay, how now what do I need to go to Mumbai? Okay, there is a train. I can go by train. Okay, how do I go by train? I need to book the ticket from Make My Trip. Yes. Now this particular thing is a little separate, maybe the scenario what you're mentioning. Yeah. Yes, Karthik.
It was a wonderful question by Sandeep. How to answer that friend, who's now come to him. So Sandeep ji, I always used to have an example of kite flying in my school days. In Chennai, down Chennai in south, we used to fly kite. And my dad always used to ask me, what is one of the powerful learning from the kite flying? I used to say, that when you fail in an exam, there's always another next exam coming up, next semester coming up. Yeah. If you have an arrear, you can always appear on the next semester. So how? Because when you're flying a kite, the other guy will come and cut your kite, you know. When you're flying a kite, there's another guy who comes around. And if a thread is sharper than mine, then he'll cut my kite. But always I used to keep 4 to 5 kites in buffer. So take the next kite and fly. So Sandeep, you need to tell your friend, there's always another kite available. Pick it and fly.
Great. Thanks, Karthik. Moving on,
Okay,
guys.
got it. But still, I have a query. But that will be a wasting of our time. So, if we have any unique process, if we follow any process that we can, by following that process, we can achieve any of the goals in our life. So, I'll be glad to understand the process.
Your
Because
question may will be partially answered from this concept now, what we're going to see. So what do you see, guys, in front of you? What is in front on the screen?
Ice cubes.
Yes,
Ice cubes.
ice cubes. Okay. And this I take from the book, which you will know, and I had mentioned to you last time that please read this book, Atomic Habits by James Clear. It's an analogy of an ice that is kept in a room at a temperature of 25 degrees. Yes. Say it's kept in the morning hours, and as the temperature rises, the ice does not melt. At 26, no change. At 27, no change. At 28, 29, 30, no change. But suddenly, at 31 degrees Celsius, when it transitions from 31 to 32, the ice melts. So what happened, guys? What happened? Did the change only happen at 31?
No.
Where did the change start?
25.
The change had already started from
Already
25.
began at the beginning.
The only thing was it was not visible yet. It became visible at 31, but the melting process had already begun at 25 degrees Celsius. The change begins when you change your identity. It will materialize at 31, provided you follow the process. Many people give up at 26 degrees, at 27, at 28, because the change is not seen. There is discouragement that comes in. There is depression that comes in. There is negativity that comes in. There are people who tell you, अरे क्या कर रहा है तू? क्या करेगा? क्या होगा तेरा? कुछ फायदा नहीं ये सब करके. छोड़ दे ये सब. ये हमको देख, हम तो सब कर रहे हैं, हम तो खुश हैं. Why give up? But a change, you have still not reached the threshold. You have still, if I have not achieved something, it's a sign that I have not reached the threshold. If I am not getting corporate clients, I have not reached that threshold value as a trainer. I have not reached the threshold value of credentials that I need to have. I have not reached the threshold value of the knowledge, of the experience, of the networking that I need to have to melt that ice. I am still at 28, 29, 30. And then I say, कुछ नहीं होता है, छोड़ दो. Yes, and you want to share something?
Matter of fact, I mean, listening to all those examples that you were giving, right? When we decide to change, I think consistency is the key, irrespective of whatever situations we face. So if consistency is the key, I think we can all have a change in attitude, in your disposition, and perhaps in your perception of things. That's all I wanted to say.
Great, thanks. Thanks for being so brief and concise. Yes, anyone else? Anything that comes to your mind, you are still not convinced. You're still not convinced about something. Have you experienced this? When you try doing something and then, there are people, and mainly it will be your family members at times, the ones who are very close to you.
Elvis, I have a question. So my question is like, this is not to question you. It is to question the theory. Now, if you are not seeing the results that you want, one reason could be that you have not reached the threshold.
Right.
You have not continued persisting for some time on that path.
Right.
The second could be that you are in the wrong direction.
Maybe.
How do you know the difference?
Could be. It could be. It needs self-introspection. Am I on the wrong track?
Yeah, because sometimes what happens, like every mentor in every course you enroll, every mentor will say,
yes,
trust the process. And just stop thinking and just trust the process and do it. Now, every mentor's process will not be the right process, right?
Correct.
So how can we just know first only that that particular set of actions will give you the result? Because this is one common issue I find, that people, there's a mismatch between what they really want and what actions they're doing, just because someone says stop thinking and follow the process.
Correct.
And then he will blame on them, saying that you didn't try hard enough. But how do you know that your actions were the right things?
Right. So see, it's like, I would take the analogy of a doctor. Okay, I go to a particular doctor. I want some result. Like I want to become all right. The same example, but I take the dose and whatever action process was suggested, and still I don't get all right. I go to another one. So at times it will require trial and error. I cannot say, the first doctor that I go to, is the ultimate. Yeah. But provided I need to follow the process.
Hello.
Without following the process, without taking the dose, I cannot judge the doctor. And yes, as you said, Amay, at times it maybe I'm in the wrong direction. I may be in the wrong direction. It needs introspection. For example, I'm an IT engineer and I tried hard with coding. I tried very hard. My friends would, run the code in 10 minutes and I would be still struggling 1 hour, 2 hours. Yeah, I was in the wrong direction. I can still get the results. If I put 10 hours, I'll still get the results. But that is not my direction. And I found it through trial and error. I also was teaching coding. As a trainer, I used to train programming languages. But still, something was missing. I felt I am on the wrong track. So it's very important first to be on the right track through trial and error. And then you follow this threshold dollar concept. I hope I have answered, Emma.
Yes, thank you.
I have a viewpoint.
Yes.
Yeah. So in a scientific experiment, you do a process, you get a result. By doing the same process, if you are getting another result, you are on a wrong track. By doing the same process twice or repeating the process, if you get the same result, you are on the right direction.
Okay.
That's it. That's it. Simple.
Yes. Yes. And you have to say something.
So I also
Yes, Elvis, we are dealing with social sciences, with human beings, unlike a pure science, right? You put H2NO, you can only get water. You can get water in different forms, right? Like you rightly said, it's only trial and error. And that's why we have so many concepts and so much of research being done on these aspects of life, which really, you can't say 2 + 2 will give you 4. It can give you 5, 6, or 7.
Right.
But the question is consistency. You must keep trying and then modify. If you think you're on the wrong path, then which is the path you need to take? That's where you look for the ray of light and your mentor.
So digging at
That's
the
all
right
I have to
spot
say.
is also very important. Then I will get water. If I'm digging
Yeah.
at the wrong place, no matter how much deep I go, I will not get water. So threshold needs to be followed on that right track. Okay, now I'm convinced this is, this is my why. This is why I want to be a trainer. This is why I see myself, as a best trainer. And then I go to the what, I go to the how. Digging at the right spot. It needs introspection. It will really need introspection, and it will need time through the process of trial and error. Any question, guys? Anything you would like to ask? Let's move.
And I think we can also give a feedback to oneself, like,
Hmm.
whether we are learning, whether we are growing, new things or not. And also, like, when you take feedback from others, that also helps us to know whether we are in the right track or not.
Right.
And if you feel a sense of satisfaction and an inner peace, I think that's also very important. Like,
Yes.
it tells you that, yes, you are in
Yes.
the right track.
Your closed ones know you. They will tell you. You will get some signs from the universe, your friends, someone will tell you.
Right.
And what you said is also a sign, the peace that is within you when you are doing something. Are you agitated doing something? Are you, what you say? You are like a vehicle that is disaligned, that bends here and there. Or are you that stable, that peaceful person? Even when there are challenges, you enjoy doing this work. Even when you're not getting results, you feel like persevering. Because now your why is very clear. Your identity is very clear. I am this person. I am Anant Ambani. No matter who calls me what. I am fat. I am this. I am that. I am Anant Ambani. My identity. I am not a smoker. My identity. It is the source of that river Ganga. It is the Gangotri point of the change in your life, what you will be doing in your life. That is how the life will flow. Yes, BL Harish has something to say.
It was a fantastic session, but I have one experience. Now, I started my career as medical representative, then I was a manager. I worked for 9 years in pharma industry. And then, when I wanted to quit pharma industry, I was not whom I am and what I should do was never clear. I just freaked around and I was just figuring it out what to do and other things. And I saw a ad in newspaper. I went and joined as a marketing executive for an insurance personal accident policy selling. Many of my family members discouraged me, friends and all. You've been an area manager and now you're
Hi, Harish. Hi, Harish. Not able to hear you.
Am I clear now?
No, not clear, not clear.
No, not again. Try.
Yeah, 1 second.
Yes,
Nice
Harish,
speaking.
can you come in? Have you set your voice, your audio system?
Let's move to the next
Yes,
point.
moving on, guys. The main important. So we all have discussed whatever we have discussed right now. Now for the past 2 hours, the time is extending, I know, but now we are at the main section of today's session, and that is this exercise. Are you able to see my screen? Do we all have a pen and a paper with us?
Yes.
Great. The question 1 is on your screen. When were the events in your life when you took massive action? By massive action, I mean when you went 10x in your life. When you put all that it takes to get that result. Try to identify at least 1 or 2 such moments in your life. For example, when
Time period?
I'm sorry?
Is it the time period?
No, it's not a time period. It's an event in your life, some project or some goal. For example, when I was in 10th standard, I gave it all. I gave it all. And my why was very clear. Why am I giving it all? My mom had cried in the principal's office because we were not able to pay the fee. And the principal had called us because we had not paid the fee. And I wanted to do justice to the tears of my mom. That was my why. And I started working hard like mad. Like mad, crazy. And that was that event, one event. There are many others. This is one event, which is very, very clear and very, wide in my mind. I gave it my all throughout the year. I went 10x. I went 10x, studying for 14, 15 hours a day. Identify that one event, guys. One event. For your exercise, you can do it later again. Just one minute. Second, the second question is, what will I create once I do massive actions, once I take massive action? Write it down. Write it down in your diary. Once you take massive action, what is that, you will create for yourself? The third one is, what will those who don't take massive action say to you? When you start taking this massive action in your life as a trainer or as whatever goal you have set for yourself, whatever you identify yourself as, when you take the massive action for that, what will the people who don't take massive action say to you? You need to write that down. For example, some may say, there is no need of working so hard. Life is just once. Enjoy life. Some may say, it's not possible. What do you think of yourself? Huh? What do you think of yourself? You are very proud. I'm just giving some random examples.
Elvis, could you give example for the second question?
The second one, okay. What will I create once I start taking massive action? I will create that immense satisfaction for myself. That Elvis, your life is worth living.
Thank you.
I will create that recognition for myself. If I'm spiritual, I will create that thought for myself that I am living the best life that God wants me to live. I will be the pride of my family, of my society, of my town, of my batchmates. This is what I will create once I start taking massive action. People who spoke against me, people who did not believe in me, they will have a different story now to tell about me. This is what will happen when I will take massive action. Do I take massive action? The fourth one, what other things will happen as I take massive action? Write down, guys, write down. This is the why. All these questions will clarify your why. But first, start identifying yourself differently from today onwards. Start being that version 2.0 that you have stuck, I guess, on your wall. It's not that Sri Vidya Madhulika will be that person. Shri Vidya, Madhulika, Suruchi, Amay is that person. Is. I'm sorry. It's time for exercise, guys. It's time for exercise. The next one. Average is expensive. If a student is average, he gives average efforts, he fails, he again has to reappear for the same subject. Only if you would have gone 10x, he would have saved so much of time, so much of money to repay for that re-examination, so much of efforts that he could have saved in focusing on the next subjects. Average is expensive. The first question under this, who are the people you know who are average? Write it down. Just write one or two people. It may be someone in your family. It may be among your friends whom you know. Respect the first thought. Don't think too much. Whatever comes first, write it down. The second question is, when was a time when average caused you harm? When you had an average approach towards things and it caused you trouble. You found yourself into trouble because my approach was average. Maybe I gave a very average quality of a training to a client. And next time I was not called. Only if I would have gone 10x, that client would have repeatedly called me and I would have made 10x the amount. There would be 10x the amount in my bank balance. Only if I would have gone 10x. The third one, who are the three people above average whom you know? The people you know who take 10x actions. Who give it all that it takes. पूरी तरीके से झोंक देते हैं अपने आप को उस काम में. कौन ऐसे लोग हैं जिसको आप जानते हो? Describe them. Just describe them in a single line. For example, for me, it would be maybe Virat Kohli. It may be Virat Kohli. This guy goes 10x. He gives it all it takes when it comes to net practice, when it comes to hitting the gym, when it comes to dieting. This is a guy who takes 10x massive action. And that is why he's the person who he is. The professional, the sports person, the best batsman that he is. So if I'm not getting results, okay, I have tried twice, thrice, maybe I'm at that 26 and 27 degrees yet. And the reason I'm not reaching 31 is maybe because I'm average. Maybe the best of the health that I'm not having is I'm average when it comes to eating the right food. Anyone would like to share what are their answers? Anyone who is comfortable. Maybe from the first three, we could have someone. Anyone could answer any one of these questions. If you are comfortable sharing, yes, Kuljit.
So, crux, I came out with I have to come out of my comfort zone.
Okay.
That's more important. I have to plan action, then action, and then actions. And then I have to remove my fear of failure.
Okay.
But massive actions are required.
Yes.
So plan A, if doesn't work, we must go for plan B, and then plan C may also work. So it is only the action which we have to take. So that is how you're saying massive actions.
Massive action. 10x.
Yeah,
Going 10x.
10x. Yeah.
If
So
my
there is
product is
only-
not working, what are the 10x things I can do to make my product work?
Yeah.
If my module is not working, my offer is not working, what are the 10x things I need to do? चलो toolkit ले लो भाई, आ जाओ मेरे कोर्स में, TCT में आ जाओ. टूलकिट भी काफी नहीं है, चलो मेरा 100 आवर्स को जो मैंने कोर्स बनाया वो भी ले लो. चलो, I want to meet that threshold value that is in your mind कि अगर यार ये TCT में यार और क्या मिलेगा, can I reach that threshold, that 31 degree वाला threshold? Then I see conversions happening. Then I see people coming in. And I've titled this as Blitzkrieg. Blitzkrieg. It was a strategy that Hitler followed when he had to attack his enemy. Attacking through land, attacking through air, attacking through water. When I want results, I need to not leave any stone unturned. Yes, Madhulika, you would like to share something?
Elvis, I have a question over here. Your first question is when were the events in your life when you took massive action?
Yes.
If I would have taken the massive action, I have not been a participant in TCT.
Right.
I have not taken the massive action yet.
Great. It's a wonderful realization. So the cost is very high for not taking massive action then. And the cost can be higher if I do not take massive action today.
That's what the point over here is. You come to know that it hits you hard when you face it.
Yes, it is difficult to accept.
What am I doing? I'm not even taken a massive action till late.
Not just in professional life, as a son, as a daughter, as a husband, as a wife, as a mother, as a father. What is that massive action I'm going to take for my relationship to make it a great relationship? What are those 10 things I can do today? I need to take the paper and pen and write down those 10 things.
No,
Elvis,
Elvis still.
Yeah, Elvis, I have a different take on this. With respect to what Madhulika is saying, I find it very, very difficult to accept that there is a single individual in the world who has never taken massive action. She is just not able to recall it. I'm sure you have taken massive action, Madhulika.
Yes.
Just remember, don't look at it in context of work. In any area, any area, I'm sure that there is some area which is really important to you that you would have taken massive action. It could be in grooming, or it could be in learning some recipe. It could be in any area. I'm sure there'll be it, if not now, in childhood, because that anchor will help you believe that you can do it again.
Yeah, here we are trying to go to the positive events. Don't go to the events where you have not taken. It may be some event that you have organized and you did it so beautifully. Yeah, you did such thorough planning. It may be a small event in your family.
That's not a massive action, Elvis. That's yeah. There, I have a list of achievements what I've done so far, but not a massive action. And whatever I have done so far is only on my personal life front. Okay? But now, if you have read it, my 2.0 version, I just want to get out of that. Now I've put in my 25 golden years. I've worked hard and I've done it. It was good. It was a good journey for me. I'm not cribbing, but now that part I have done. Now I want to explore this side of mine. Right. So,
Great.
So till now, for this side of mine, I have not taken any massive action.
At every stage, the massive action will change.
Always, I have a
Yes.
true story about myself to this context.
Mm-hmm.
You see, I am 65 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and I have been in the service industry from 1979 to 2019.
Mm-hmm.
One day I took a change. I wanted to quit, or rather, I was forced to leave my job. So I have taken retirement from my business, and I was sitting at home for 6 months. And I have taken a decision. See, I have learned in 45 years, I have learned something great about my trade. Why don't I share it to my fellow people? So I started training from 2019, August 15th.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever the name I got in those 45 years as a service personnel, I have made more than that in this 5 years as a trainer.
Great.
And I really don't know how I got the ability to speak or to take classes. And I am really proud to be that. And I don't know how I achieved it. On listening to all these stories and about, especially about your massive action you took. And I think this is a massive action I have taken in my life. And today in Chennai, I am recognized as one of the best trainers in air conditioning hardware.
Great. Fantastic. A decision can be a massive action. Some decision.
I now feel that it is a massive action I have taken. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, it is. It is.
Thank you, and I'm really elated to put this in this forum. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing. Anyone would like to share something from these 3 questions? Average is expensive. Yes, Suruchi.
So, like, every question that you ask, there have been certain internal realizations. So for this, it is a very bitter realization. People around me are average, including me. Okay. So this is the answer to the first question. Then, your failures, where you took, not so good action and you were average, where did it harm you? I have a few instances in life. So after the first instance is when I took massive action. When I took that massive action, I actually reaped, results that I was proud of.
Great.
I became the star of the people around me. People used to quote my examples. Right? So I reaped the fruit of that, massive action for 3 years I took, and I reaped fruits for 15 years. Then I again started living an average life. I became comfortable in my life. That is when I faced my second failure. That is, I was let go because of Corona.
Okay.
Had I been a very active member in the team and had continued to take massive action, I would have been retained, I'm sure. But because they felt I could have, the organization will survive without L&D.
Okay. Okay.
Right? So I was let go. So this is the failure I have been paying for from last 3 years. And I have been doing average. I've been feeling negative. And I've been feeling I'm not maybe good enough. I have been changing the way I'm thinking, trying to change. I'm in L&D. Elvis, this is what I used to preach. And I was not able to follow. Pathetic.
The
right?
price is so high, right?
Yes. And I've been trying from last 3 years, nothing's happening. Something happens. It is like, I have been reaching maybe 26, 27, 28, but I let go. Did not wait for 32 to come. So Elvis, your session last week, and the continuous what we are doing again and again, I think this is the reinforcement that we have to continue till the time we don't meet the threshold.
Right.
So this is my second answer, that I have had failures and I have paid heavily, and I don't want to pay anymore.
Great. Fantastic.
Right. So, and the third is, so because I don't have people around me, I have spent a lot of time on YouTube. So I have people, the first person who came to my mind was Ankur Variko. So he has developed so much content in the 3 years. I have also paid for his content. कि शायद मैं कुछ change कर लूंगी. But he was a personality. I felt, maybe he's born like that. I could not relate to him. So, second person that came to my mind, I've been working with this Iron Lady founder, Rajesh Bhatt. He's also a self-made man. He did not get anything on platter, nothing like Anant Ambani.
Okay.
And the third person, Elvis, I wrote your name.
Okay.
So you are doing something extra. You are taking massive action. You are trying to build, a cult of your own. So, and then I have added Virat Kohli because that is what you've taken the names for. I would want to add my name to it, in a few.
You will.
Few weeks that people actually, I would want to help people here, and let's move on together.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. Thanks for sharing. And guys, here I'm not going to be very goody to you. Yeah. I'm not going to be rosy to you. Oh, relax. Don't worry. Take care of your health. Sleep well. Eat well. Sorry, you won't be hearing any of that stuff in this commando training. You need to take good care of yourself. Yeah. You need to, please not take me the other way around. Yeah. You need to do that in order to help and support what you want to achieve. But the most difficult thing to handle in life is regret and guilt. That I could have, but I did not. Moving on. Looking at the time, we are trying to go a little ahead. Yes, the next lot, guys. You need to work on this even post session. Why am I not able to see my own screen? Okay, I'm not able to see the other screen. The first question, always expand, never contract. Contract to expand. What are the 3 ways you can expand in your approach? Write down the 3 ways, guys, immediately. Whatever comes to your mind. Do not think too much, not apply too much logic. You can, but later. Right now, whatever comes to your mind, pen it down. Bina, why am I not able to see that short screen next to me here? If I go on the screen, I'm not able to see you all.
Why don't you just stop sharing and reshare? Maybe
okay.
Elvis, this question, the first question, when we say where we can expand, that means in skill set or in mindset, what are we trying to say?
Approach. If I'm reading 10 lines a day, can I read 30 lines? If I'm reading 1 book a month, can I read 3 books? How can I expand? Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yes. The second one, when have you benefited from contraction? आपने देखा मार्केट ठंडा है, ट्रेनिंग्स नहीं चल रहा है, अरे कोरोना है, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट हो जाओ, कोरोना है, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, रिलैक्स, धंधा मंदा है अभी, relax. When is that time when you contracted and you benefited from contraction? Write down any one moment that you contracted, you lessened your goals, you made your goals small, and you benefited from that. The third one, what was that one main reason for contraction? What was that one main reason why you contracted? And the last one, when was a time in your life when you expanded your efforts? And what were the results? Write it down for yourself. आपको लोगों ने बोला अरे ठंडा हो जाओ, रिलैक्स, चिल, पर आपने बोला नहीं, I am going to give it all it takes. And what results did you experience? Definitely there is something in your life, some moment maybe many years back, maybe in your school days, in your college days, some event, some program, something, some initiative that you took. Any one person who has not answered till now would like to share any one question, not maybe all four, anyone. Choose one.
Elvis, I want to try.
Yes, please.
Since you asked us to pen down immediately, I could think of two. One is like thinking of a bigger practical figure or an approach when we look at. Right now, when I look at my prospective clients, so these are my institutes that I have in place. So I don't have like one client that I go to. So I have my batches, and parallelly I have my trainings going on. So for these batches, when I have a set of batches, every batch has these number of students who I take in. So the number of batches which I have planned them in a way wherein it makes me comfortable, being honest. But now I think I should start expanding that thought. Yeah, there were some reasons because of which I had to put it that way. I don't want to boast about my time, but wherein Suruchi said some time back, like when she was doing something, and now when it's time for you to get that out of what you've invested, that something is not going on track right now with me. So I definitely will have to work on that. The second thing I quickly think about is where my approach has to change is I don't think I should now settle down for lesser. I have to start doing more sessions, pushing myself to see myself in the 2.0 starting now. Like when we corrected some people in the group in the afternoon. So that's something we are looking at for the next few days to come. So I don't think that is going to work. If that has to work, it has to start working right away.
Right.
And I feel that's going to help me. So these two, yeah, there would be a lot of things which after the call, I'm sure will start popping up. But these two quickly came up, and I feel these will definitely
Thanks for sharing.
help me.
Thanks for sharing. You all have an entire week. Go more deeper into these questions.
Right.
Yeah. Change your mindset, guys. Change your identity first. Start living the version 2.0. Your belief about you has to change. My belief about me has to change. If things outside, I want them to change. First, things have to change within me. And you must have heard the SMART goal, right? The R stands for realistic. It is the greatest bullshit ever. When I set realistic goals, I'm not excited to work on them because they are so realistic. हो जाएगा. Average approach ले लो तो भी हो जाएगा. I need to set unrealistic goals. I need to dare to think big. And there is where adventure comes in. Challenge my status quo. चंदू भी चैंपियन बनेगा भाई, क्यों नहीं बनेगा? किसने कहा कि ना बिजनेस करना किसी के ना यही फैमिली से बिजनेस हो सकता है, मैं बिजनेस नहीं कर सकता, फैमिली ने बिजनेस नहीं किया है, क्यों नहीं कर सकता? करूंगा, and I will rock it. Moving on, guys. Let's move on. Work on these questions. You have an entire week, and that is the reason why we have kept a gap of 1 week. Because it's not only going to be about knowledge, it's going to be about exercise, about assignments. You will have to sit down and work the workshop. The workshop will not work for you. The next one, guys. What is the fire that you want to be lit in your life? क्या आग लगाना है आपको इस दुनिया में जाने से पहले? Or am I going to be like that some animal on the street who comes and goes and no one even knows about him? What is that I'm going to do that people have to notice me? Write down that one thing. You may expand it later. Second question, what are the 3 things you could do to add more wood to that fire? Wood डालो या घी डालो, जो डालना है डालो. I am going to write a book. मुझे और घी डालना है इस आग में. I am going to put up a course in the next 2 months on Udemy. I am going to go and attend Tony Robbins' training in US. I am going to do a certification in ICF. वो क्या घी डालना है आपको इस आग में जो इस आग को और बढ़ाएगा? The next one, what are the 3 areas of support you need to get this wood? आपको ये wood चाहिए, पर क्या support चाहिए आपको उसका? What are the supports that you need? Are we done? Anyone who has not answered.
Can you just come again on this third question again? 3 areas.
What support do you need? The first one is, what is that fire you want to light in your life? Second, what are the woods you need to, keep this fire burning? And the third one is, what support do you need to bring this wood?
Elvis, I have a question.
Yes.
So the second and third are related, right?
Yeah, second is you need wood. Now, what is that wood? You want to write a book. Okay, I want to write a book, but I don't know how to write a book. I don't know where will I get that wood. Who can help me to get that wood? Okay, I have a friend who's an author. Let me speak to him. Okay, I know something called as IAA, Indian Authors Academy, who coach me on how to write a book. Let me go and bring my wood from there, the wood of the book that I want to write. Is it clear?
I thought the second and third are related. I need 3 things in the second, and to achieve that, to support. I mean,
the second question is, what is that wood? Okay, I want some credentials from my on my name as a trainer. That is the wood. Okay, now who can support me to get this wood? Okay, maybe a certification from ICF can help me. I'm just giving random examples, guys. Please don't take it literally. I'm just trying to trigger your thought process. Is it clear?
Yes, Elvis. Thank you so much.
Great. Let's move on. Anyone would like to share any? Just pick up one question and share that. Looking at the time that has extended. Any one person who has not shared yet and would like to share. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. Okay, I have jumped further, I guess. Fine. So these are the questions, guys. Please introspect on this. Yeah. So anyone would like to share what is your takeaway from today's session?
Sure.
Yes.
Can I go?
Yes, please, Chitra.
Yeah, I came in right at the end, but personally, these are my thoughts. There's a lot of questions out there, but when you have to actually address them very, with a lot of thought and you write it down, it's very, very different from the way you think. And when you write down, your brain keeps triggering what you've written. Even in some random situation, you're probably doing something in the kitchen and cooking, it reminds you, hey, you're supposed to do this. Where are you on that? So I think that's a great way of, bringing that change when you actually put down what you want to be. But these questions are like, what do I really want? How do I go about getting it? And what's, actually stopping me? And what are the things that will help me reach where I want to be? So I think that would be my takeaway from today's session.
Elvis, can you give an example for the fire thing? What is the fire you want to do?
I want to be the best trainer in the world. For me, for example, I'm just giving an example.
Okay,
I want to be a trainer whose every word transforms.
beautiful.
I am a trainer whose every word transforms. Let me correct myself. That is the fire I want. Okay, now for this fire, how can I fuel it more? Okay, Elvis, read every day. Elvis, go for events. Elvis, attend workshops. Elvis, speak to the people who are facing different challenges. Elvis, you yourself get coached more. This is the wood that I need. Okay, now whom should I go? Okay, let me go and attend something from Ashraf. Let me learn something from Ashraf. Okay, let me go and read this particular book. Okay, let me go and attend this particular event. Yeah, who can help me get that wood? Yes, Ren.
Yeah, hi. My learning from today's session is I believe we say attitude, skill, knowledge. So till now, I'm keep gaining knowledge, keep up building on my skill. But I'm not changing my attitude. I'm not changing my mindset. So my skill and knowledge, the whatever I'm doing, courses, what I am gaining, I'm not able to take that ahead because my mindset. So this is a more of inner work. First I need to do, who am I, what I'm doing, the knowledge what I'm gaining, whether I'm able to apply it or not. So my learning is before my attitude and mindset, then the skill plus knowledge can bring change.
I can get 100 of credentials. I can get this certification, that certification, ye course, wo course, social media pe itne followers, but I always believe, अरे Elvis, no, you are not a good trainer here. तू train नहीं कर सकता है. नहीं, तू नहीं, वो दूसरा कर सकता है.
Correct.
It is like, having a vehicle, a BMW, but there is no petrol in that. There is no fuel. मस्त गाड़ी है, पॉश गाड़ी, एकदम एक नंबर गाड़ी है यार, और उसमें फ्यूल ही नहीं है. Fuel is my mindset.
Right. Very true. There is a very small video, normally I show to my students. This whole session was reminding me of that. It is attitude is equal to skill plus knowledge. It is waste your skill and knowledge if you don't have a right mindset and attitude. This whole session is just that only. It's beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much. Thanks.
See guys, 1 month I told you it's going to be runway. The first month is only going to be runway. Second month we are going to take off. We are going to come actually to our content. as a trainer now, specifically and practically, what do I need to do? But just having that before doing this will not yield any results. And therefore, we have to spend a lot of time. It is like an army. Before going on the battle, they do a lot of groundwork, lot of strategizing, lot of planning, mapping, and then attack. Yes, and come in, Anne, come in.
Okay, yeah. Now, my great takeaway from this is all the time you've been talking of attitude and the mindset and how you need to, juxtapose between this and that to ensure that we are able to answer those questions, why, what, how, and so on and so forth. I think basically attitude defines my altitude. And I think that fire is what you have ignited in me. Thank you. Thank you, Elvis, for that. Really, thank you so much for that. You have ignited that once more again. That is a nice takeaway from me. Thank you.
Wonderful. For your assignment, guys, I'm going to share 2 more set of questions. Okay. I'm just giving you a glimpse of it. Yeah, I'm just giving you a glimpse of it. The questions that I'm going to send you in your assignment is, what do you think is the difference between competing and dominating? Till the time you compete, you will not get results. You need to dominate. You need to give something that is completely different. Yes. Second question is going to be difference between the best and only practices. There are many best practices that are followed in the market as a trainer or whatever. But what is that only practice that only you follow? That is your USP. Okay, this is some questions. Yeah. Going further, I'm just giving you a glimpse. I will be posting this in the group. There's a lot of work you need to do in this week. You need to identify 3 persons who are obsessed in their life about their craft. 3 persons who are like completely they put themselves into that. For example, APJ Abdul Kalam, the missile man of India. He even forgot that अरे यार शादी की उम्र निकल गई. What good thing you want to be obsessed about? I don't say be obsessed like a terrorist. The question is, what is the good thing that you want to be obsessed about? I am obsessed about training. I just want to go there and shake that crowd there when my training gets complete. I'm obsessed about it. Obsessed. What is the level of your obsession? Is it average or is it exceptional? Are you mad about your craft? Why is it better to be obsessed and not to be obsessed? What goals would make you obsessed? I will share this, guys. Don't write it down. Don't worry. I will share this with you. I'm just giving you a glimpse. What is coming next? What does it mean to go all in? Is it just 4 hours a day, 10 hours a day, 18 hours a day? What is your definition about going all in, about going 10x? Why do people discourage such people in the society who go 10x? These are some questions more you need to reflect on. And guys, telling you very clearly, success is not easy.
Well
you need to sweat blood. You will have to sweat blood. You may think TCT में आ गए, चलो बन जाएगा अभी 1 लाख 4थे महीने से. नहीं होगा. जब तक आप मेहनत नहीं करोगे। रगड़ना पड़ेगा, बहुत रगड़ना पड़ेगा। And the growth can be exponential. The first month, maybe you are making 1 lakh. The next month, you will maybe go 3x. You will make 3 lakhs a month. The way after 3 months or 5 months or 6 months, you will reach 10 lakhs. It will be exponential. But efforts, guys, efforts लगेगा. 1 day का मैजिक डे करता हूँ, 10 days का करते, 40 days का मैजिक 3x करते हैं. Any question, guys? Anything? Any questions you want to ask before we conclude for session 2?
We just set the, what is the assignment for this?
I will send that. I will send that in the group. Yeah. It will be in the same sheet which I showed you the questions. I will be adding more to that. Yes. Anyone would like to share something? Maybe it's already 10:48. By 11, we will close the room.
Okay, Elvis, there is a small request.
Mhm.
I know it's a commando training, but I still feel because you will be like me, or maybe we wanted to do number of things, but sometimes maybe a laziness or procrastination. So it's just a small request. If you can put us on WhatsApp in a day, 2 or 3, your motivational messages or something, maybe a scolding and motivation together, anything. But
Are you part
that
of
is
IAM?
required.
Are you part of IAM?
That is, yeah, I'm Renu. Yeah, I'm part of IAM. Part
Okay.
of IAM.
Are
Definitely.
you part of TCT?
Yeah, I'm part of TCT. I'm
Okay.
part of Tuesday Learning Group.
Okay.
So just in a TCT only, I believe if you can scold us also and motivate also, that will be great.
Done.
But every day there should be 2, 3 that keeps, at least I feel number of people will be feeling that keeps us moving. That's why we
Vitamin
holded
S भी
your
मिलेगा,
hand.
अभी विटामिन M भी मिलेगा. Vitamin
Aha,
motivation,
correct,
vitamin
correct.
scolding.
That is required. That is required. So a small request from my end.
Done.
Thank you.
Some are very sensitive now, some are very thin-skinned. So at times I need to be थोड़ा सा careful. No, I don't want to break people. I want to stretch them, but I don't want to break them.
So why carry motivation भी दे देना और scolding
Yes,
दोनों दे देना.
चलेगा. Balance कर लेंगे दोनों.
Yeah.
Yes, Satish.
Sir, I really echo Madam now. What Madam has said, because until the last minute, I was not doing my exercise of week 1. I was thinking, kar lenge. But the moment when you said like whoever doesn't do, they'll not be allowed to attend the program, I thought like I should do it, because I don't want to miss the program. Sir, these old habits of procrastination, laziness are so inbuilt, right? We are not able to come out of it, sir.
Difficult.
In fact, I'm there. Even if you there for 1 more hour, also I'll be attending the session. But the moment I switch off and I go to my home, my villain starts coming in, and he will ask me to go through the YouTube videos, enjoy my life, or even to say relax. This is something which I'm not able to overcome, sir. I want to do hard work, but the moment I get into my comfort zone or at home, so that environment, the situation makes me go lazy, and however hard I try, I'm not able to come out. But if I'm in the group of people, right-minded people, I'm focused. I can do it. But when I'm alone, I'm not able to. So that's my
vision, the vision 2.0. Look at that.
Yes.
Belief system. What do you identify yourself as? When I say I am the best trainer, रे एल्विस तू खुद को बेस्ट ट्रेनर बोल रहा है? ये तेरा आइडेंटिटी है, ये तेरा वाई है, क्या कर रहा है तू उसके लिए? What are you doing, Elvis? सो रहा है तू? अच्छा, सो रहा हूँ मैं, सॉरी। अच्छा, ठीक है। तो क्या, हाउ कैसे करूँ अभी? नॉलेज बढ़ाना है। अच्छा, ठीक है। अच्छा, चलो बुक्स पढ़ते हैं। चलो अशरफ के कोर्स में जाके आते कल। चलो अभी टोनी रॉबिन्स का हाँ, ये अभी कौन, शिव खेर आ रहा है। चलो फाइंड आउट करते हैं कितना इन्वेस्टमेंट है। अच्छा, किधर से होगा सेटिंग? आइडेंटिटी, देन आई
सर
विल
वो
बी।
आइडेंटिटी भी
यस,
उतना स्ट्रांग नहीं है सर। वो एट ए अपर लेवल, एट ए
I
हायर
realized
लेवल
that.
आई हैव
I
दैट।
realized when you shared this, you'll have to first change the identity. Satish.
यस, बट आई हैव अ स्ट्रांग डिजायर समवेयर सर, बट वो एक्शन में जब आता है तो इट इज वेरी
I
देयर आर
have
सो
a
मेनी मेथड्स
suggestion I
एक्चुअली।
want to share.
Yes, Suruj.
So what Renu and Satish are saying, no, last 3 years, this is what I have been doing, Satish. कोई मुझे पुश कर दे, धक्का मार दे, छड़ी दिखा दे तो मैं करूंगी. And then, tabhi I would take action when somebody would delicately pay some attention to me and I would have to prove myself wrong. Then I'll only do till the time I have proved my point. As soon as I have proved my point, I'm back to my square one. So for you, because I've seen, this is how the mentality works. I would volunteer. So Elvis, I'm putting this forward in front of you. If maybe, one day, we have a session on Monday, we have a session on Tuesday. Maybe on a Thursday or a Friday, I'll book a Google Meet because I don't have a paid Zoom link, right? For 1 hour, wherein we will not be talking. But people who want to complete their assignment for 1 hour, they can join in. This is, you can consider this is, session to complete homework. We don't discuss. So this is, you book your calendar that this time I have to complete my task. Because I completed my task on Thursday or Friday sometime. So I'm doing my research. We all do. We people join, and that what time we complete the task. So this is designated. You may wish to join, and you may not wish to join. This is what we could do till the time you don't get into the practice.
Yes.
We can
Yes,
say buddy. We can say buddy holding.
Accountability partner. Okay.
Yeah. Something like that. So push the other person.
To begin with, it is good, but it should not become a crutch.
Yeah.
Should not make me handicapped. कि ना हमेशा मुझे कोई ना कोई याद दिलाने वाला चाहिए. I need to have my identity very clear. Who am I? Okay, and then accordingly I will act. If I know, I gave you the example of, if I know I am the son of Ambani, the way I speak, the way I walk will change because I identify myself differently.
And Elvis, I have a suggestion.
Yes.
So my suggestion is that as a test to ourselves, that has our identity changed? Why can't we start taking massive action from right now and wait for Tuesday or Thursday? Right now, when you log out from this session, do not sleep till you finish your assignment. That is massive action, right? If you wait for tomorrow, it's not massive action. If your identity has changed, it has changed.
Wonderful. Bravo, Jyoti, bravo.
Elvis, I have a question.
Yes.
First of all, thank you for bringing back the fire in us. Like as an individual, we have a big aspirations and like to take lot of massive things and things, but there are other things which are pulling us down. Like I have to, for example, in my case, I do have my elderly parents to be taken care of. So I don't know where. I mean, one part of me is is willing to go higher and do whatever it takes, but the other part of it is says like they have done so much, like I should be there for them and not go out like that. It is pulling me, like that conflict is happening,
Who
Elvis.
has told you to leave them? No one has told you to take the massive action in your context, in your situation.
Okay.
Do the best possible in your situation. Your massive action, my massive action can be different. My massive action, your massive action at different times, different stages of life can differ.
Okay. But one thing
Do
is
the best possible in your situation.
Thanks, Elvis. But then
Srividya,
feels like
Srividya.
underplaying. You're saying no, like average is not good. We need to give our full best.
See, my massive action can be giving 10 hours. Okay, for you, your massive action can be giving 1 hour a day. Maybe in your situation,
Okay.
in whatever challenge that you are facing.
Okay.
When my mom was not well, hospitalized for 10 months.
Okay.
Yeah, that time my massive action was giving half an hour. In that context, today, it is 18 hours a day. It changed. It changed. Do the best possible in your situation.
Srividya,
Thanks, Elvis. Yeah, yeah. Yes,
Srividya, you're saying that taking care of your parents, taking care of your parents is a massive action you have taken, Srividya. That's a massive action. There are 99% outside in the world people who don't care for the parents. They make money. 20 years of life your mom has fed you, and you're giving this 10 to 15 fruitful years to your mother and father. That's a massive action.
Yes.
Why are you calling it as a minimal action?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Actually, when I was writing, I wrote that only. What is the massive decision like you've taken for that? No, I have taken the route that only.
Considering this, do whatever best possible you can do.
Okay. I'll do that. Like whenever possible, like I keep hearing out of this motivational YouTube and all that within my scope, whatever is possible, I keep doing that.
When the road is rough, don't drive at 100 miles an hour. Modulate your speed. Now you see it's a clear road. Accelerate, no problem.
So I am still in the runway only.
Don't worry, the time will come. Yeah. Check the road and drive accordingly.
Thank you all for the input.
On a rough road, maybe my massive action, my massive speed can be maybe 20 kilometers or 30 kilometers, whatever. Yeah, that is massive action because now the road is rough.
May I, Srividya?
Yes, yes.
So I second Karthikeyan over here that yes, Srividya, it is already a massive action that you have already taken. That you want to work on yourself as well, along with the massive action which you have already taken, that you are taking care of your parents. First of all, we have to come out of this victim mindset that and beating ourselves, keep on beating ourselves, why I am not being able to do this, what is holding me back. Whatever we can do, see, I am also in the same situation as yours, partially, but whatever we can do our best, that's what we are doing. Right?
Thank you. Thank you.
So feel proud of yourself that still in such a situation, you are working on yourself. You are here attending the session. It's been 3 hours.
Yeah.
It's a big deal.
And not only working on herself. In the last session, Srividya got her sister, and her sister was going through a lot of grief. And she reached out to her. She connected to Elvis. Her sister had lost her daughter recently. And Srividya was there trying to help her sister cope with that loss. So if that is not massive action, then what is massive action? You're doing what matters, right? What is most important you're doing.
Like what to say, like within my family, like I'm able to do something, but I would like, but a part of me like keeps itching to reach out to do more big things in life. So I'm like taking this as a preparation ground, like as much as possible to equip myself, like then when the right opportunity, I will be able to do more big things.
So Srividya, I can say, I think in personal life, you have taken massive action. Professional life, you are building the foundation.
Okay. Yeah.
Correct, na? So that can be your message. Gradually, you can progress in that also.
Sure thing. Thank you. Thank you all. It's like a wonderful forum where we can be so open and share, and it's really feel connecting to all. Like so good. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you all.
Yes, guys. Anyone else would like to share something?
So again, in the same context, I was in such a Zoom meeting itself, and where everyone has to give their talk of achievement. I was one of the participants, and everyone around me was, किसी को प्रधानमंत्री से अवार्ड मिल चुका है, किसी को किसी से, और कोई बिल्कुल टॉप पे है, और किसी ने वॉलेंटरी रिटायरमेंट लेके और वो और आगे चले गए हैं. मतलब achievements, there are so many medals and everything. And I was not able to speak for a while, but then I somehow gathered myself and I said my achievement is my relationship. That is what I've worked on, and that is what I've earned so far in my life.
Great.
And that was considered to be the best talk of achievement, that yes, this is all what we want, that we all have a, you know, emptiness in our hearts, in our life somewhere, because we don't, after achieving so many I'm not saying medals nahi lene chahiye, but then we were focused so much on this thing that we could never work on relationships. So I didn't knew that. I just spoke it because that is what my life is, because that is what I have achieved so far. And I was thinking it's such a small thing that I have not achieved anything. And I was literally sitting with one of my friend before the session. I said, यार मैंने तो कुछ किया ही नहीं, मैं क्या बोलूंगी आज? कहते तू मेरे साथ बैठी तो है, मैं हूं ना तेरी लाइफ में. And that gave me a thought, yes, yeah, I can. और इतनी सी बात के लिए I called my friend कि आना 10 मिनट नीचे गाड़ी में बैठते हैं, मेरे को बात करनी है. You know, so this is what I have earned. I have n number of friends. I have n number. I at times, whenever there is gratitude, what you say, I always thank God that I'm surrounded with so many positive people. क्या सोच के आपने मुझे इस जगह पे रख दिया, that ये भी, इसको भी टिक लगा दिया बहुत अच्छा, इसको भी टिक लगा दिया बहुत अच्छा, ये भी टिक लगा दिया बहुत अच्छा. I'm surrounded with so many good people, positive people in my life. Whatever the situations are, that is a different thing, but people are so supportive. So that was my talk to achievement, and that was considered to be the best one, that yes, this is all what we all want. So that happens. What we think that it is not worth it, and very soon we realize, no, it is something. It is something worth it.
Great. Thanks, Madhulika, for sharing so openly. So guys, life is not all positive. Sorry. Life is a lot of negative also. Let's be realistic.
Elvis, I have a question on this. See, for every trainer, or every session, whenever we watch, we attend, they have their own story. ठीक है, और उस स्टोरी में इतना बड़ा एक दुख होता है जिसको फिर वो बिल्कुल निकल के आगे बढ़ के, एंड देन दे शो दैट दिस इज व्हाट आई हैव. भाई किसी की जिंदगी में दुख ना हो तो वो क्या करे, उसकी क्या कोई स्टोरी नहीं है क्या? I got stuck at that point also. I had a smooth life. I mean, smooth means smooth. Yeah, daily challenges होते हैं, teenagers के, husbands के, in-laws के. I mean, there are challenges, but there are not such big challenges that I'll share with the audience. Not what to do. And I think, you know, everyone is not served on I'm not even served on a platter, but still, I cannot say that my life was full of this struggle, that struggle. So, यहाँ आके भी मैं अपने आप को कहीं ना कहीं मुझे लगता है यार ये तो कुछ हुआ ही नहीं लाइफ में, तो मैं बोलूं क्या?
Right. See, not necessary. It can be something, for you, it may be, minor. Okay. But when you share that story for someone, it's a very big challenge for them. For me, it was like, अरे यार ये तो बहुत आसानी से कर लिया. Yeah, it was not like, oh, challenge वाला challenge था. जब मैं वो शेयर करता हूँ, I share it in a story, it is maybe inspiring someone. It's a big time challenge for them, which they resonate. So guys, no, life is not all positive, not all negative. We need to be realistic. Look at the things as they are. And always to counter the negatives, I just pulled out my mobile to show you. You will not be able to see it. But I have what I told you, AAP, right? Aam Aadmi Party. I have a list of almost 50 affirmations that I tell myself. There is a list of almost 50 which has now built. I started with just 3. I kept on adding 50 positive visualizations. 50, there is a one more P which I did not share with you. It's called as purification of memory. Go to the past for the good things. The good that has happened in my life. Maybe when I was in the 3rd standard and I got, one teacher told something very good about me. When I was in college, I won this award. When I was in my professional life, this was the achievement that I got. Because by default, our mind will take us to negative things of the past. Yeah, the last P is purification of memory. By default, our memory goes to the negative events of our life. इसने ये बोला था, ये ऐसा हो गया था, some sad memory. I need to coach myself every day. Or else negativity itna badega, it will affect my personality. It will affect the way I speak, the tempo with which I speak, and especially as a trainer. This is I follow, guys. I'm just sharing with you my best practices. It's a list. I have saved it on my drive. So wherever I go, no matter if I'm traveling somewhere, this is what I do in the mornings and in the night. Because I need to counter that negativity. Negativity by default आता है. खेत में ना वो जो weeds रहते हैं, weeds, उनको खत पानी नहीं देना पड़ता है, वो ऑटोमेटिक आता है. उसको कल्टीवेट नहीं करना पड़ता है, आ जाता है वो. तो उसको काउंटर करना तो पड़ेगा. The farmer has to go and remove the weeds so that it does not affect the main plant.
True.
So affirmations, positive visualization, purification of memory. I should not believe in this. I should not believe. मुझे लगता है ये क्या है, बच्चों का खेल. Affirmations करो, उससे क्या होगा? Positive visualization, उससे क्या सब positive होगा क्या life में? But I realized its importance gradually. And now it's become my process. It's become my SOP that I follow every day. It's part of my ritual.
Could you share one example of a positive visualization?
Positive visualization or purification of memory?
No, visualization that you
Positive
do.
visualization, I see myself addressing a stadium full of trainees in US.
Thank you.
I would like to add for Madhu, if you are okay, Madhu. You told na ki the people share the sad stories. You just now you yourself shared 25 years when you gave the example of your relationship. It's not a sad story, but yes, it is a story which can motivate number of people, because these days relationship is the biggest issue in the people's life. It's not a sad story, but it can be your story for the people to say.
A sad story can bring patience, and patience can shapen your character. And then you're perfect.
Purification of memory ka example do. Okay, I'm sharing with you guys because this is our close.
Elvis, yeah, I would like to know the purification. Yeah.
When in 10th, I worked
Yes,
hard all day and
purification, if you can give one example.
When in 10th standard, I worked all day and night. This is practically what I've written, I'm reading, okay, from here. And I came third in the board with a distinction. Are you able to hear me?
Elvis, can you repeat, please?
When I was in 10th standard, I worked hard all day and night. Okay, I'm a very sincere student. I'm a very hardworking student. I take my work seriously. I came third in the board exams. When again I was in diploma, I failed in maths, but I made a comeback with a distinction. Okay, I was a highly effective HOD and lecturer of an engineering college. I'm purifying my memory and going to the things that were good in my past. By default, my mind takes me to negative events. I need to counter it. There has to be a counter force, or else this negative memory will increase so much, it will influence my personality. It will influence my belief system about me, that I am not good. This goal is not achievable by me. Someone else can achieve.
Negative has happened.
Yes, yes. Please come in, Pooja. Pooja, right? No, sorry.
Okay. So
Yes,
whatever
yes.
negative things had happened in our life, do we have to say that, okay, matlab, whatever that was positive? Is
No,
that
no,
what
no,
we
no.
are trying to
I'm
say?
not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying to go to good things. Some memory that you cherish. Maybe it was your 18th birthday and
Basically, remembering good things.
Good things. Negative things, you should go. You should go to negative things like failure, but to go to them to learn something. What did that particular incidents, that episode teach you? Don't go to those events to relive it again.
Okay.
But go to those events to get out the learning out of it. क्या सीखा? ठीक है, फेल हुआ था तो क्या सीखा? Failures are good for learning. Pooja, I hope is it clear?
Yeah. Yeah, got it.
We are not going to negative events and then converting into positive. No, that is not being realistic. There are some things which were negative. They were negative. So let's be
No,
real.
with example, I misunderstood.
I'm sorry?
Yeah. No, I misunderstood.
Okay,
Thank you.
Now is it clear?
Actually, there was a lot of, voice break also. So.
No, now is it clear?
Satish has his hand up.
Yes, Satish, please come in. Yes, Satish.
Yes, sir. I just wanted to share one story. Stories we can create like day-to-day basis, day-to-day our happening. So my story I wanted to share is like, sir, I got an opportunity to do an icebreaker session. Okay, and every Monday I get this opportunity for half an hour. To get this opportunity, to use this opportunity, what I do is I start from my home at 8 o'clock, be there till 2 o'clock, just to ensure that I get this opportunity and I put it in practice. So this is my story, which I wanted to tell when I become a world-class trainer, so that people can get inspired. So such stories we can create it and make people inspire people.
Great.
That's all I wanted to say, sir.
Wonderful.
Okay, Elvis, can we wind
Yes.
up?
Can we conclude, guys?
It's like a full moon meditation, huh, Vinay? It's like, today is full moon, and we are like looking like we don't want to go and do the full night meditation. Huh?
No, full night you can do assignment, Renu.
Full night and full week.
It's nice.
Okay, guys. So good night. On that note, yeah. Please do share
Okay.
a one-liner
Good night,
about your
everyone.
experience today in the group, so that even others maybe who have not attended are motivated to at least go and see the recording. Yeah. So thank you everyone.
Thank
Good
you.
night for now, and you'll see me on
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
Good
Good
night,
night.
everyone.